The show you're tuned into right now was put together by students and staff enrolled in the broadcasting courses in the radio television department at San Joaquin Delta College. Thanks for listening and supporting college radio.
So what do you think is the American dream? Because as an American, we're always on this pursuit for it.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about the Super Bowl, man?
Dude, honestly, do you watch football?
I don't mean to be that American, but I like soccer a lot better. I think soccer's cool, and I don't think it's boring to watch.
I like football.
I think it's
football.
I think it's much better than football, if I'm being honest. So what do you think the American dream is?
Dude, you know what? Wrestling is one of the coolest things that has ever existed.
That wasn't the question, Alex.
Space Radio. Unknown Space Radio.
Nathaniel, everywhere you go, where you go, where you go.
Nathaniel Joseph started as an idea in deep space, and from there was telepathically communicated to the lands by the gods. Nathaniel Joseph was then made from ashes and embers by the lands as a tribute to the gods for being so virtuous.
Times it harder than ever been before.
Unknown Space Radio.
And the people are different from door to door. Can't find no heaven, I don't care where they go.
Nathaniel Joseph's existence to the gods was political. Why was he made of ashes and ember, the gods questioned. Why was he made of fire and not water? Fire was rage, pain, fear, and everything wrong with the world. And to see the land shaped this gift of a being into exactly that was insulting to the gods. Hoping there was still good in Nathaniel Joseph, man was given woman. Two new beings were communicated to the lands by the gods. Vatiste, the life promiser, made of water, peace, and love. Lahad, the devil voice, there but not, was made up of all that lived within Nathaniel Joseph. The gods sent Vatiste, the life promiser, to the lands in an effort to bring out the good there hopefully was in Nathaniel Joseph. And so, enthralled by Vatiste, the life promiser, Nathaniel Joseph gravitated towards their kindness, just as the planets intended them to. All was fine.
Unknown Space Radio.
Heavenly shades of night are falling. It's twilight time. Out of the mist your voice is calling. 'Tis twilight time. When purple-colored curtains mark the end of day, I'll hear you, my dear, at twilight time. Deepening shadows gather splendor as day is done. Fingers of night will soon surrender the setting sun. I count the moments, darling, till you're here with me. Together at last at twilight time. Here in the afterglow of day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the blue.
Unknown Space Radio.
Yeah. sweet and same old way, I fall in love again as I did then. Deep in the dark, your kiss will thrill me like days of old, lighting the spark of love that fills me with dreams untold. Each day I pray for evening just to be with you, together at last at twilight time. In the afterglow of day, we keep our rendezvous beneath the blue. In the sweet and same old way, I fall in love again as I did then. Deep in the dark, your kiss will thrill me like days of old. Deep in the dark, your kiss will thrill me like days of old. Deep in the dark, your kiss will thrill me like days of old. Deep in the dark, your kiss will thrill me like days of old.
The stars in each their eyes aligned and stayed that way for what felt like forever. And in that moment, the tomorrows were years away. He felt her shape and understood the balance that existed between the two of them. Vice and virtue, phrases and philosophies, water and fire. The boy from unknown space had lived among the stars, but suddenly in her eyes were stars greater than the star that invented all stars. A prayer deep down in the depths of his soul saying, wishing this moment would last forever. What are you doing? What are you doing? Knowing this couldn't possibly last forever, beyond Nathaniel Joseph's eyelids, there existed another. He dreamt of a woman with the tongue of a leopard, the claws of an owl, and the teeth of a baboon. Lahad, the devil voice. Lahad, the devil voice. There she existed beyond his eyelids and in his head. The light fades away and the night isolates him with his mind. Vatiste, the life promiser, laying so close to him. It's scary when there's someone who keeps closer. His adversary, his adversary, his adversary, his adversary, his adversary, his adversary.
No.
Lahad, the devil voice, clings to his clammy body like the lover he never asked for and the lover he never wanted. The boy in him can't help but wonder why she's here while she's there. Batiste, the life promiser, and this boy so intertwined above ground, but beneath the depths of hell, it's Lahad, the devil voice, who keeps him company. She's so strong with her grip, and Batiste, the life promiser's wrists, so old and broken, can't hold on to him forever. All these visions of Lahad, the devil voice, led Nathaniel Joseph to think he wasn't worthy of this life. Lahad, the devil voice, threatens him. With her suicidal tendencies and her childlike behavior, that he thinks it'd all be better if he stayed away for a while. 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 If he stayed away.
We're going to take a short PSA break, but we'll be back here on Delta College Radio 93.5 KWDC.
Hello. You're listening to Unknown Space on KWDC 93.5 Stockton.
Hey, you're listening to Unknown Space on KWDC 93.5 Stockton. The show that's ultimately overthinking out loud on air, putting midnight thoughts into words for the insomniacs like us. But she's at it again. She wants him to leave his wife. She wants him to leave his life. She threatens for attention, and he gives it till the waterfalls stop falling.
Unknown Space Radio.
But Nathaniel Joseph wakes up feeling heavier on this day than he did the last. She's so heavy, and her weight passes onto his head as they share the same burden. What are you doing? Now his head hurts beyond repair, and the sky begins to look darker than it was the other day. Nathaniel Joseph is lost in life's great mansion. Its hallway walls are made of flesh, and now they're starting to ooze a mysterious slime as the walls get tighter and tighter. But he keeps running and running till he's out, and now he sees the sky is no longer there. Where have the heavens gone? 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 All animals, including Batiste the life promiser, retreat to an ark, leaving behind only the birds and the bees in an effort to make him feel bad as this world collapses on Nathaniel Joseph.
Unknown Space Radio.
Now his faith exists, but only in a void, and succumb to Lahad the devil voice's deadly grip. Nathaniel Joseph is anticipating the moment he hears the universal frog's death croak. The gods see their angel Batiste the life promiser has failed her mission, and Lahad the devil voice has invented the illusion she was all Nathaniel Joseph has ever wanted. The gods, feeling defeated and insulted, gave the lands exactly what they responded to the idea of Nathaniel Joseph with. Fire, 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 fire. Nathaniel Joseph was scared. He thought he was a product of love and virtue. Why was such hate and vice coming to the lands? Nathaniel Joseph was built as a flame to act as a guiding light to the gods. For whenever they were lost, they could use his shine to find themselves. Good always existed in Nathaniel Joseph. Hiding in plain sight, it manifested itself as what came off as wickedness. But it was really a cry for help. The gods mistaken his existence as a sign of war, and as soon as they realized he was a light to brighten their very lives, Nathaniel Joseph was gone. 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 Gone.
There's something in my head. 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 Something in my head. Crack is what soul is. Crack is what my soul is. Crack in your release.
Unknown Space Radio.
Now his mirrors are filled with a haunting presence that taunts his every move. Sticking his serpent tongue out at him, he can't help but roll his eyes back and bite his lip to a cherry-colored flesh. His tongue mimics the devil's, and it becomes so long he now uses it as a scarf too tight for anyone to wear at ease. He looks uncomfortably comfortable as his efforts amount to nothing, and he's subjected to a voice that isn't his. A pupil is but a thought in the back of his mind, and a blank stare in the foreground. He looks around the ward and shows off his ability to recite all of 1973's The Exorcist, and funny enough, it's only Reagan's lines.
And even funnier, no one cares.
He telepathically sets a Ouija board to a blaze, and funny enough, they let it burn.
And even funnier, no one cares.
He was never really flexible, but now he's able to spider crawl up the staircase, and funny enough, no one's impressed.
And even funnier, no one cares.
And
even funnier, no one cares.
He wins a scar competition, and not so funny enough, it was an easy competition.
And even not funnier, no one cares.
They refuse to give him an exorcism. They say it's just a phase. Now his tongue gets tighter and tighter around his own neck, but he feels no pain, as he will live forever.
I will live forever. I will live forever. I will live forever. I will live forever. I will live forever.
He lives in his head long enough. He begins to take in the human experience. Now unable to speak for himself, should his mouth someday be able to move again, what words will come out but...
In another life, I crave your continuity, but here... we wish we were dead too.
Alright, welcome back to Unknown Space. I'm Thomas Arganda.
I'm Alex.
And today I want to talk to you about a phenomenon I did not know exists, but now I'm actually scared. I'll admit it, I sleep on my floor. You've seen it. That was probably like the first thing you noticed when you went into my room.
Dude, that was interesting just to walk in and be like, bro, where's your bed?
Yeah, there was no bed. Apparently my friend, he saw this documentary, I guess, when he was in Mexico about these bugs. They're like earwigs, you know, little pincher bugs.
Yeah.
Apparently they crawl in people's ears while they sleep.
They can.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure they can.
Well, I mean, that's what the documentary said. They go in your ear.
Yeah.
They lay eggs or whatever.
They can. I've never
experienced it.
Me neither.
But I sleep on the floor. Every now and then, I feel something in my ear. And it feels like something is like kind of entering my head. And there have been multiple occasions, I'll admit it, I'm kind of aggressive with a Q-tip when I'm picking my ear.
Dude, me too.
But I don't know if I'm too aggressive to make myself bleed. But there have been times where I straight up pulled out blood.
Unknown Space Radio has been a production of KWBC 93.5 LPFM, Delta College Radio. This program is made possible by listeners like you. Programming is produced by the students, staff, and faculty of San Joaquin Delta College's Radio Television Department. It is supported by the Delta College Department of Arts, Humanities, and Multimedia, the Career Technical Education and the Workforce Development Office, and the State of California. Thank you for listening. Tom Argonda, Alex Salon, Unknown Space Radio, 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 Space Radio.